CutiePieSensei here. If you're here, you've probably seen my Black Panther cosplay. I debuted it last year at DragonCon and it did really well. And I got a ton of questions about it. And I've been really lazy and I was supposed to answer all of them in a video and I'm just doing that now. Like a full half year later because I'm trash. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. I wrote down a list of the questions I get asked the most about my costume and how I made it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna, look down every now and then and yeah, let's get to it. Okay, first question. Did you make the costume? Yes, obviously I made it. I say that because the design isn't like any specific Black Panther suit design. If you look at it, it has elements that are from multiple versions of the suit, from comics to the movies. So yeah, I definitely made it. It's based off of the Yaya Han bodysuit pattern from McCall's that I've used for other costumes as well. I've used it for Kid Flash. And yeah, so that's it. What fabric is that and how did you get the texture? I got the fabric from Parallel Life Studios. They screen printed the fabric, so they have a system over their machine that can put that actual texture onto 4-way stretch spandex, which makes it easier for me to wear, and it's nice and stretchy and stuff, and you still get the same look. The texture specifically is from his suit from the 2018 Black Panther movie. Does it light up? Yes it does. As you can see here. I'm gonna put it here-ish. I don't know where I'm gesturing, but we'll just pretend it's to my left, your right. Okay. Yes, it does. How did you get it to light up? So the way that I did it was, well, first of all, I had the help of my husband. Hey babe, shout out to you. We used EL tape in panels. Like I made little pockets in the suit on the front as well as on the sides, and in front of it, to make sure the light showed through, we used a stretchy like mesh fabric, and on top of the mesh I drew the design that I wanted blacked out in tulip slick fabric paint. So I did that on top, kind of like what people use for the Spider-Man suits to make the web pattern look really shiny and nice. That's what I used to do the pattern on top of the mesh fabric. And then that way when it lit up, you could kind of see that pattern through it. So we had all the EL tape, and then I had battery packs kind of attached to my back and mixed with my belt that I had. You couldn't really see it, at least not from the front. It was hidden pretty well overall, and the ones up here were hidden by fur. How did you do the silver pieces? So the necklace part of the suit, as well as the parts on the hips and the arms and the legs, were all 3D printed by a good friend of mine, Jedi Bugs. Shout out to you. He was the guy who did Mojo Jojo last year. If y'all have seen that floating around, he's amazing. Check him out. Yeah, so he 3D printed those for me, and my friend War Strike, also check him out because he does, some technical art stuff. He's amazing too. Yeah, he's the one who actually formatted all the stuff for me so it fit my body. We did a 3D scan of me to make sure that everything was sized appropriately, because I got the files from DO3D, and yeah, those are sized for like a 6-foot man. I am not a 6-foot man, I am a 5'9" woman, so we needed to adjust accordingly. Once we did that, sent them to get printed, and yeah, just sanded them, painted them, and contact cemented them to the suit, which I shouldn't have done. It's not the most secure way to do it, but I was rushed at the last minute trying to finish, so yeah. How did you do the claws? So the claws are a little bit different. I did the claws actually by taking claws from the Ruby's costume gloves and just gluing them onto my hands, because the Ruby's costume Black Panther gloves kind of suck. But the actual claw parts are really cool looking. So I just trimmed those and put them onto my own suit. And my gloves, like the base of it, I patterned myself and did all that myself, and it's made out of a matte metallic spandex from Spandex World, I believe. And that's what some other parts of my suit are made of too, just matte metallic spandex mixed with the textured spandex from Parallel Life Studios. Why does it have fur? Because I was trying to do kind of an homage to the Shuri costume in the comic books, because my whole goal was to be Shuri as the Black Panther, so that's all. I also had her face paint details and her fur collar. Her suit in the comic books is kind of plain, like she has like a necklace and a cape and fur, but other than that, that's kind of it. And I wanted it to be more detailed because it's real life. So by mixing the comic book design of her with the movie version from both Civil War and the 2018 Black Panther movie, I kind of mushed that all together into one design. Why don't you have the mask? Because I don't like, okay, let me make sense of this. So I like the way the mask looks. I don't like the way it looks on skinny people wearing the suit. And I am a skinny person because the mask itself, it's a whole helmet, right? So it's kind of bulky because it's adding bulk to your own head. But then if you're wearing a skin tight bodysuit, you're really skinny, and then I already have a big head. So then if you're putting a helmet on, it looks like you got a bobblehead going on and a skinny suit, and I've seen other people have it, and it's not balanced. I think you have to have a little bit more muscle, and if you're more bulked out at the bottom, then the helmet doesn't look as weird. But I was like, I'm way too skinny for this, and I would look ridiculous if I wore it. Can you make me one? No, I don't do commissions for anyone because cosplay is really hard. It sucks the life out of me. Honestly, I ask myself time and time again, why do I do it? And then I finish a costume, I'm like, oh, this is why. But that's because I finish it and then I get to wear it. I don't make stuff for other people. But I'm hoping that with the information I gave you, you can kind of take that and maybe make your own and then tell me. Okay guys, I think that's it. Those are my most frequently asked questions about the suit. All like the links and stuff that I mentioned in terms of where I got my fabric and where the base pattern is from and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to leave in the description box so you can click below and see that. Otherwise that's kind of it. Oh wait, I have to sound like a YouTuber, so like, share, and subscribe so you can get more of this goodness. Seriously, please share. I know a lot of people are interested in how to make one for themselves, especially with In-Game coming out, and our boy is gonna come back, I think. And yeah, see ya. I have to do some like crazy shit. Shalalo, shalalo. This isn't a Black Panther hat. Oh well. Okay.